This is how to take apart the Genmitsu 440 Pro spindle carriage, I guess you'd call it. There are 2 bolts on the bottom. You will take off of your linear poles, I believe they're called, to get these off. If you need to do any work on this. And then once you undo those bottom 2 bolts, I just used this on the bottom and popped it out. The rods actually come out up. You will need to remove your stepper bolts on the bottom here. These are just plastic. I don't really like that. Plastic breaks and can squish, and everything else almost would have liked metal or spring, like a spring tension. But these are fun. The first 2 aren't too bad. Those back 2 suck. Getting those out, but you will have to remove those, because then your stepper motor can come up, and these poles, because they just come up and barely nick that. I mean, you might be able to use a grinder or something and should have a groove. I don't know why they didn't put a groove all the way up in their steppers. Would have been nice, because then these would slide right out. You wouldn't have to mess with the stepper. This whole threading and bars will just raise up. I don't think I'm able to do it with one hand. They are actually technically kind of loose right now. They are very snug. Oh man, I don't want to lose any bolts here. Let's see, I just kind of use this careful, because that is threaded in there, and you don't want to mess that up. That's just grease and grit. I was actually, but see, it hits casing of the stepper, which is completely, I won't use the adjectives I'm thinking of, because I've already had some issues with Genmitsu with things. So the actual machine, it does not seem bad. Their customer service, I do not like ever one bit. The actual machine isn't too bad. Like I said, this is a total goofball design. Like, have a groover channel in that, or could have maybe spaced this out a little bit different to clear the stepper motor. And if you even upgrade your stepper motor, get a bigger one, it's really going to be in the way. I was doing all this this is your, what is it, Z-axis limit switches. That is on just with 2 screws, like on the front. You have this beautiful wire harness that actually ran back through that and all that good stuff. Initially I took it off with all that on it, putting this back together. I'm tired and frustrated, so I just disconnected everything so I could flip it up, and it's a lot easier just dealing with it, then taking that stuff off and getting the wires out of the way, so you can just move this thing around where you need to. You can only turn those back. Oh, I'm so tired. Those back bolts, like, you can barely even turn them, so you got to turn it like 2,000 times to get those pretty much tight. So that's really cool. I'm not sure exactly why they have the spacers, maybe so it leaves access to get to the rod. I don't know. I'm not sure why this isn't just down. It would actually give you I would think more height in your Z-axis, but I don't know. They don't pay me enough to design that for them, so that's that. But these do just pop right out. You do not need to hit them hard. Like I said, once you undo the 2 screws, which are them little bitty ones right there, I believe that's them. I hope so. I only got a few bolts here. Actually, no, I think those are for my... these I'm actually going to, I think, use as a replacement. Oh, I highly recommend putting some little thread locker on there. Not crazy stuff, medium strength. Because my stepper motor bolts in there were actually a little bit, seemed kind of loose to me, so I actually got this design off Thingiverse, which I thought was going to be sweet because I have a little allegedly upgraded Vevor motor, router. It's adjustable speed. We're going to see how that works out. I'm not sure. This is the original little motor I took off. As you can see, it's substantial difference. I wasn't really having problems with what I was trying to cut with that. I was just kind of pre-upgrading in case I get into harder woods. I've only been doing soft woods and I haven't been doing metal or anything like that. So I'm just kind of biting the bullet, see how this goes. But originally, this, in theory, went on like this. I got some, oh gosh, what do you call them? UL10 washers or something like that. And this was supposed to slip over the housing. It does, trust me, but I can't do it with one hand and I'm on a glass table. I'm not trying to break it. But this slips down. It was made to give this added support, which it almost kind of does, but it doesn't line up with the mounting bracket, basically. So when I have this on there and this little beauty on there, of course I gotta put it down. Clean this poor thing up some. But when this is on there, that's on there, the holes actually didn't line up, so that's awesome. I printed this thing solid. I think it was like a, I don't even know, 28-hour print or something crazy like that. So I am just going to mount this on there and hope for the best, because that was actual nightmare. I did figure out how to take that thing apart, so hopefully my pain is your gain. And if you have to take yours apart and actually double check to make sure, this might have been like a model upgrade. This might have been an older design before they changed this. I should have, that's totally my bad. I should have checked that. I mean, this thing does, it's solid as hell. It would have really helped stabilize all that. Like, you would have had a whole fixture. So I might do something else with this. I do science projects, mess with stuff, so I can like take this router out and do some other funky stuff around with it somewhere in my little ghetto shop here. So, but all right, I hope that helps. Like I said, undo your bottom bolts. You can go ahead and undo your stepper. The rods slide out. I highly recommend undoing your wires and all that so they're safe out of the way and not aggravating you. Oh, a little trick I did do for those back bolts is they're kind of threaded. I don't want to drop my stuff and break after all this. Oh, where'd they go? They're kind of threaded, so you can use like a little bit to spin them faster. It's got little grooves. So that might work to help.